Today I bring a mystery to us. Domiciled in every allotted portion of time are multiple assortments of possibilities. It's almost 7 o'clock now. But you see, in your 8 o'clock, which is 1 hour from now, there are many things that can happen. Unfortunately, time-based men, time-restrained men who can't go beyond what the clock is currently limiting them to, they only wait for results that crystallize into that moment of time. But if you remember the things I just said, domiciled in every allotted portion of time are multiple assortments of possibilities. In the next 1 hour, you can be dead. That's how possible it is for anything to happen. In the next hour, in the next 1 hour, the spirit of death can sign his signature on your life. The next 1 hour is too big for your life to change forever. So the spirit of favor too can do something in 1 hour. The challenge is that within every allotted portion of time, men have not known how to rise as priests to legislate over possibilities. The earth is a system that responds to priesthood. It's a system that responds to priesthood. It's a system that responds to priesthood. So much so that as I speak to you right now, the next 1 hour can be a season of disfavor for you. The next 30 minutes can be a time of fall for you, no matter how spiritual you are right now. The next 5 minutes, your next 5 minutes can be the allotted destiny connection moment where it was designed by the luminaries of Zion that your part and the part of this person that can change your life forever. The next 5 minutes can connect Joseph with Pharaoh's servants, and you will not know why things change so sudden, why your plan collapsed so sudden, why all of your ambition got lost so sudden. You were a free man just 1 minute ago. Now Potiphar's wife has raised an accusation against you. This was not part of the plan. As a matter of fact, the things you peeped into was that one day the sun, the moon, and 11 stars will bow before you. I show you where results are concocted from, and I show you how to intelligently predict seasons. What I shared with us last week, the Bible says, for we know that all things can work together for good. It's only for the man that kept quiet about his destiny that should be expecting anything that happens. People who spoke things into being, like their father, the creator, God, who calleth those things which are not as though they were. Hebrews 11 verse 3, through faith we understand that the worlds were formed by the words of God, so that the things which are seen were not made from things which do appear. I can use invisible things to create visible things. I can use invisible energy to power my relationship with a person that can change my life forever, and all these things are domiciled in time. You can impregnate tomorrow with favor and walk into the favor that you are the one that put into tomorrow. So when the elements of darkness go and try to marshal their own results, they will find that your tomorrow is not empty. You have already filled it up with what the Bible says, and thou shalt decree a thing. He asked Job, hast thou commanded thy morning? Did you speak to the womb of the morning? Why are you complaining about a day that you did not create? Slumber and sleep took hold of you. You were supposed to be up in the moments where luminaries went to work. Let me share something with you. It is in the interest of almighty men, everybody who comes after the order of this great luminary, they know that it is during darkness that you prepare your results. Light only announces what you have done inside darkness. Even God made his move. The Bible says darkness was upon the face of the deep. Then the Spirit of the Lord moved. Your carnal mind is interpreting the move as though God walked inside the earth. He was strolling from God. He made his moves. Then he says, let there be light. The light comes to announce the moves that you have done inside darkness. While you were sleeping, the Bible says, why men slept, a season of the night. There are elements that know that this is the time to move. Why do they choose to move at that time? They know priesthood activities will be very minimal. Most men will not be praying by then, so it will be very easy to malign their life. They know that most altars will not be raising incense. And if you know what the jurisdiction is, we were instructed that altar of incense was instructed that it should remain on fire continuously. Never let the fire run out. Some of us, we are currently in seasons that our negligence cost. We are currently experiencing outcomes that our negligence. How can God take his time out of the very busy itinerary that he must be vested with and show you things that pertains to time future, and all you did is to wake up and say, like say I dream one dream, I've even forgotten, and you put water for ever, that kind of morning, when they have shown you possibilities domiciled in your next hour. This is why they showed you that the verdict is that, and he gave us another parable to this end, that men ought always, because per time, the Bible says the devil walketh around like a roaring lion, per moment, looking for whom to devour. They called him the thief because when he will visit, to be a time that you are not looking out for, to be that moment that you decided to just take a nap, and he will come. The idea is not to uproot what God has planted in your life, is to add his own, so that while the good crops are growing, you will find other things that you did not plan for your life growing with it. And when you find that, know that the thief has visited, and the one diagnosis is that men slept. You want to blame a prophet, blame a pastor, this is not what you told us our 2021 will be. Your life is not at the mercy of the declaration of 2021. It's priesthood that decides what enters and what does not enter, and the world is in need of priests right now. If you know what is trying to take shape, and I've drawn the attention of the prayer band to these things, as I speak to you currently, there is a possibility domiciled in the celestial realm trying to flow into time. It is a possibility of total chaos in our country. If you have made any attempt to intercede, and your letter will only come based on what they see that you are interested in. If you are a man that is only interested in your bread and butter, corn and wine, only your account balance, they will never show you anything that has a national import, because they know your passion will not draw you to travail. But as I speak to you now, the gutters spiritually are already filled with blood. As I speak to you spiritually, the streets are littered with dead bodies. As I speak to you, for 3 consecutive days, they open my eyes to show me these things. For 3 nights, to show emphasis. As I speak to you, children are already separated from their parents. They don't know where their parents is. Many have been swallowed by war. As I speak to you, there is a strange Gentile army that has entered the land. I saw them tying turban like an Arabian attire with heavy ammunition, and they were just shooting, and everywhere was full of fear, and people were running helter-skelter. As I speak to you, schools are not holding anymore. No job is holding. So all the things that distract you from coming to answer your call of priesthood, they have ceased spiritually. And Zion is calling the attention of priests, people whose voice can say, go back to where you came from. These realities, I told you, impregnated into every allotted portion of time, and multiple assortments of possibilities. And different spirits take advantage of the fact that they can put things in your tomorrow and pretend like everything is going well. And the Bible says, woe to them who are at ease in Zion. Fold your hands and watch how this insecurity that is already entering the physical realm, it is entering already, and they are showing all kinds of priests who have their antennas and their receptacles connected. All is not well. It's time to go and guard your place in prayer. It's because only through prayer, only through incense, only through this priestly duty can men stop this handwriting of this strange Gentile army. They told you recently, and I know you didn't take it serious. In case you did not know, Boko Haram came to your neighborhood. Gonengora, not far from here. They came with heavy ammunition and made an attempt to secure a region for themselves. Why you think you are living in the midst of people and nothing will happen? In case you don't know, just 2 days ago, the very fortified Bagi Villa, a settlement in the middle of people that you should think that you live in a fortress. Such reckless riders of wickedness went in the midst of this habitation and picked a man for themselves. There's no place you will live now that is safe again. And let me tell you one truth: if you don't rise to the call of Zion, in this day many will die. And when they die, the Bible says they will hold the watchman accountable, because he did not sound the alarm when his eyes saw the encroachment of the Gentile army coming. All of you that one burden or another is entering your soul, an attempt to pray, they are showing you things and you are coming back, and your desire for increment in your bank account is stronger than the security of Jerusalem. You will soon find out that there is a judgment. There is no vision that is for entertainment, no spiritual insight that is for fun. Everything God bequeaths a man comes with accountability. That thing you are hearing about in the news is about to come to you too. And so Mordecai will tell Esther, don't think you are safe in the palace. Do not think you are safe, because when they are done with us, they will come for you too. I tell you a reality that has taken shape in the spiritual realm and is flowing uninterrupted into time. And God is calling for an army today to rise and fight that battle in a land in the spirit realm, so that it will take men to ascend and go and make war in the sky. How many of you remember when the word of the Lord came to me a couple of months back, that I shared that God showed me different geopolitical zones where different men, I saw our very beloved Apostle Mike Ropo, I saw Femi Lazarus, I saw a couple of them, some unnamed guys that I don't know their name. I saw them running like this, and while they were running, as they were running, they became jets. They evolved into jets and flew into the air. While I was seeing them entering the air, I started seeing enemy planes too encroaching from the opposite side, and I saw them firing ammunition on themselves in the air, not in the land. So they are inviting men to go and do warfare in the place where the reality is being cooked from, so that it will not even enter time. And for many of them, I saw that the numbers of those guys were few. They were very few. The enemy planes were many. And I saw a tragedy which I declared to us then. I saw some of them sacrifice their life. They went to collide with the planes, so they crashed themselves into a league of enemy plane. And I was telling God that, what is this, how they died? And God says, this is why they came. This is why they came, for such a moment where the battle for the souls of a territory will be waged. God will summon the reason why you were planted in that place in the first place. And woe betide you if, when the sound of war was wrong, you were seeking pleasure and you did not come to defend the integrity of your brethren. Everyone who die and fall on account of your inability to answer the clarion call, the blood of those innocent will be required on your hands. If you read the handwriting on the wall, you will know that we are not safe. And it's a call for intercessors. It's a call to keep personal seeking and personal aggrandizement and personal interest aside, and look holistically. Look at the integrity of a territory that is at stake.